Hi, cat. Come and get some mango, baby.
One, two, 1, 2, 3. Self-awareness is a superpower. My name is KathyLaDonna. Welcome to Soul and Vibration. I hope the free thinkers are doing well. And if you're not doing well, I'm happy to remind you that you are the most powerful person that you know. You are the most powerful person that you know because only you can create your reality. Hey guys, today is Saturday, Saturn Day, September 14th, and the energies in the day adds up or reduce to number 4 vibration. If today is your birthday, happy birthday. So when it comes to today, try not to take yourself too serious. It's so easy to take yourself way too serious today. Just keep that in mind. But I do like when it comes to today's energy, the moon is in a space, the moon is now in Aquarius. So with the moon in Aquarius energy is so interesting. But I like that there's no major challenging aspects to the moon. The moon is conjuncting Pluto though. So with the moon conjuncting Pluto, it's like a Scorpio moon type of energy. But when it comes to today's moon conjunct Pluto in Aquarius, it's a matter of, I feel, possibly taking ourselves way too serious. I like that the Grand Earth trine energy is supporting the moon conjunct Pluto because it creates this feeling of just, so the Grand Earth trine energy positively aspecting the moon conjunct Pluto, it will remind me of the feeling of like going to work and you're doing something that you could do with your eyes closed. So there's not a lot of stress. There's not a lot of pressure. So I like that. With the moon conjunct Pluto, though, the inner world is nurtured by power control. So that's where I say, not to take ourselves too serious because, with moon also in Aquarius, we could find ourselves just looping in thoughts around our financial security and stability. And I say security and stability because with today being the 14th and the energies in the day adding up and reducing to the number 4 vibration, the number 4, it repeats twice with the day and the energies in the day adding up and reducing to the number 4 vibration. But with the day being the 14th, 1 plus 4 is 5. A lot of us could find ourselves just busy today doing a whole lot of nothing. And the busyness from doing a whole lot of nothing, 1 plus 4 is 5. The number 5 deals with sudden and unexpected changes, but the changes aren't as sudden and unexpected as we think that we might deal with today. The changes more come from escaping, wanting to feel something other than the powerlessness of not fully having control of whatever aspect of your life where things are coming up around, because the number 4 deals with foundation, stability, and security, and there's big emphasis on that today. And with the moon in Aquarius energy is interesting for me. Like whenever we have full moons or new moons in Aquarian energy, that's when I like to really sit in the energy. And it could be a bit much. It could be a bit much in the sense that, say something intense is happening, normally my moon or the way I deal with things, like I could feel my feelings and I'm able to sit in my feelings. But whenever the moon is in Aquarian energy, it's like I'm more thinking about my feelings instead of feeling them. And because I'm thinking about them instead of feeling them, it's mentally exhausting. And I'm not saying that's the case for every moon in Aquarius person, but like as an empath, whenever the moon is there for me, it's more of thinking about my feelings instead of feeling them. So it gives me the feeling of like a dog chasing its tail, and I feel so mentally exhausted and worn out. And something might make me feel like I want to cry or make me feel bad, and it's like I'm thinking about those feelings and not fully allowing myself to feel the feelings. So it's like the energy feels so unresolved for me whenever I'm in it, because I'm not able to fully sit in something. Instead, my mind is fixed and looping in that thing. So for me, that could feel so exhausting. It's like mentally exhausting. So when it comes to, say, some of us, we could find ourselves feeling a bit mentally exhausted today as we try to make sense of things, process things, and understand things. And I feel like in an energy like this, getting your thoughts out of your head and putting them on paper could be so beneficial, instead of just sitting there and like they're just going around in circles type of vibe. The spiritual guidance is the rabbit. And with the rabbit energy, the rabbit brings me to change. Yesterday's energy, change was a part of yesterday's energy. And I feel like change comes up with today's energy also. And I feel like with the day being the 14th, and 1 + 4 is 5, and 5 dealing with sudden and unexpected changes in energy, I feel like with the rabbit and the number 5 energy could bring in blessings and opportunity in ways that we didn't expect, from things that we didn't expect them to come from. So with the energies, and today it's like something is challenging you, frustrating you. Like the energy would remind me of, like, say someone gets a flat and their flat happens at such a convenient time because there's a tow truck right there to pick them up and give them a ride. And instead of them being charged the full price, they're not. And say this tire was already on its way out, and it's like it could have gotten flat in so many places, but the way how it worked out was just so perfect. And it just worked out. So it's like when it comes to today's energy, it just feels like an opportunity comes in when a person would least expect it. And I feel like least expect it because, say a person's busy, just like fussing over nothing, and then boom, this thing happens and it's working itself out. And for some, it might not be clear to see until time has passed that, wow, this really worked out for me. This was awesome. Saturn is the ruler of the day, so there's a big emphasis today around time. There's something around time today. And Saturn is positively aspecting Mars in Cancer. So with Saturn positively aspecting Mars in Cancer, and Mars in Cancer positively aspecting Venus in Mercury in Virgo, Mars in Cancer is positively aspecting Mercury in Virgo. This conversation between Saturn and Mars, Saturn in Pisces, Mars in Cancer, and Mercury in Virgo, brings me to time alone, time at home, intimate time, reflecting or manifesting, thinking about making certain things happen, or just being private. Like I think of like someone sitting and reflecting on something. But manifesting energies is something that I feel like stands out when it comes to today's energy, even though Saturn in retrograde in Pisces is opposing Mercury in Virgo. And with the opposition between those two, Mercury and Virgo, our mind is in a place where we want to practicalize everything. And Saturn dealing with time in Pisces in retrograde is slowing things down so much so that we can see the magic in reality. So with the opposition, it's a push and a pull, but a nice way to balance out these energies is to just surrender. Surrender to the simple fact that like Saturn is revealing the things within. It's like Saturn is lifting the veil, but it's not even a lifting of the veil. It's like, imagine things normally happen so fast to where it will go over our heads. And with Saturn slowing things down, things are slowed down so much to where we're seeing things that we wouldn't normally see. And with Mercury and Virgo obsessing over the details, we're going to recognize the details in things. And that's why I say surrender, because Virgo's energy and its ability to recognize details tied into our intuition is powerful energy. I say that because for me over time, I've learned to recognize and observe whatever my premonitions, dreams, or intuitions is saying. And then I look for practical patterns and things to play out in my physical world to confirm whatever I'm experiencing intuitively, or energetically. Whatever I'm picking up energetically, I wait for something tangible to happen to confirm that thing. And it just strengthens my trust in myself when it comes to my intuitions, my premonitions, and things like that. But then I'm also aware of my own biases. Like, we all have biases, and it's important for us to be aware of our biases to make sure we're not just seeing what we want to see in a situation to justify our narrative. So, you know, when it comes to the energies in today, it brings me to the importance of just surrendering, because again, with the moon conjunct Pluto in Aquarius, you know, the inner world is in a space where we're distracted by so much to where we're not allowing ourselves to fully feel. The inner world is in a space where it's like emotions are going from one extreme to the next and not staying still long enough to fully sit with them. And with the grand earth trine being a part of all of that, something about it feels like it's okay. Something about it feels like it's okay, even if it's not okay. It feels like it's okay. And we have the World card coming out. And with the World card coming out, I like these energies together. And I guess the whole feeling like it's okay makes sense, because it's like, when I look at these energies, the rabbit brings me to, like, I think of, like, say, rabbit having a bunch of babies. It's like abundance, manifestation, birth, new beginnings. And with the World card, it brings me to entering into a new cycle. So, you know, since, say, yesterday's energy, there's big emphasis on turning the page and entering into a new cycle. And I feel like we're seeing more of that when it comes to today's energy, where it's like something simple. Like I said, with some of us, today could be a day where we're busy, fussing over nothing, but that nothing feels like something big. And then something works out for us on the side, and it's like, oh my God, this worked out. But some of us don't spend enough time making a big deal over this thing that worked out the way it worked out. It's like there's something magical about the energies in today. Something magical about the energies in today, and I like that, because there's a part of us that find ourselves, like I said, obsessing over nothing. But then things work out. Things work out. I like that. Things working themselves out. That's big. I like that. Hey guys, I want to share with you 7 benefits of getting a numerology natal chart awareness coaching session. The first one is understanding your internal programming. The second one is becoming more clear about your purpose and passion. The third is setting goals for success. The fourth is awareness of strength and areas of improvement. And the fourth one was foundational for me, because whenever you're aware of your weaknesses, no one can use them against you. And when you're aware of your strengths, that makes you unstoppable. And that is why I say self-awareness is a superpower. The fifth benefit is removing obstacles. We first have to become aware of a thing in order to remove it in the first place. The sixth benefit is understanding relationship dynamics. We don't have to change the people in our lives. We have to become aware of ourselves and start from there, and everything changes. And the seventh benefit is upcoming transits, if that's something that you would like to look into because you're planning for something or you just want to be aware. So if you're interested in booking a numerology natal chart awareness coaching session or learning more about it, the link to book or the link to send me an email for questions are both within the description box below. If you'd like to check out my Patreon, where I share exclusive content, the link to check out what's happening on Patreon is in the description box below. It's always such a pleasure sharing these messages with you. Before you go anywhere, please let me know you're here with me by dropping me a blue heart in the comment box below. I would love to hear from you. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Love yourself as if your life depended on it, because it does. Take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.